So we have done 2 of the 5 text structures already. We talked about descriptive text structures. We talked about sequence or chronological text structures. And today we're going to get into compare and contrast. Just a reminder, the descriptive text structures, those are the ones where you have a topic and then you have all of your supporting details in a descriptive text structure. In a sequence text structure, it's organized by time. So it's either dates or it's words like first, next, then, finally. You see those in a sequence text structure. Okay. Compare and contrast. A compare and contrast article is telling how things are alike and how they're different. So you're choosing 2 topics and you're comparing them. Things that are different about the 2 things and ways that they are alike. So do I have a volunteer who wants to read this to me? Someone who hasn't read one out loud. Emily, go for it. Nice and loud for us.
Soccer and football are alike in a few ways, but have many differences. One similarity is that there are 11 players on the field at one time in both soccer and football. They are both popular sports in the United States, and they both require the use of a ball and a field. The differences between soccer and football are numerous. Soccer players use a ball shaped like a spear, whereas football players use a ball that has 2 ends. Where am I? In soccer, players are trying to send the ball in the goal. However, in football, players are trying to get the ball in the end zone or through the goal post. The rules are also very different. In soccer, players are rarely allowed to touch the ball with their hands, while football players frequently touch the ball. Football players are allowed to tackle, but this is forbidden in soccer. These are just a few ways that soccer and football balls are different. Nonetheless, most people agree that both soccer and football are fun sports.
Awesome. So what are the 2 topics that we're comparing in this article? Go ahead and shout them out.
Football and soccer.
Football and soccer, you got it. We're comparing soccer and football. Did they say ways that soccer and football are alike?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. They mentioned that they're both sports, that both the ball, you can kick the ball in both, and that they both have 11 players on the field. I know not all soccer has 11 players on the field, but when you get to more of the older, the more grown-up soccer, there's 11 players on the field. Did they say ways that they're different?
Yes.
Yes, they mentioned that one has a sphere-shaped ball, which is a nice round ball, and the other one has a ball with 2 ends, so it's more oblong. They mentioned that one has a goal and one has an end zone. They mentioned in one that you rarely touch the ball with your hands, and in the other you frequently touch the ball with your hands. And in soccer, tackling is forbidden, but tackling is allowed in football. So in a compare and contrast article, you're telling ways that they're the same, but then you're also sharing things that are different between the 2 activities. So just like we did on Monday, where you wrote your own description article, and on Tuesday, where you wrote your own sequence article, today you're going to write your own compare and contrast article. So you need to choose 2 things for today. Maybe you're going to choose cats and dogs. Maybe you're going to choose 2 different sports that you like, or maybe 2 different types of music or food, 2 different foods, but you need to choose 2 of something so that way you can say ways that those 2 things are alike And then you'll also be able to say ways that those things are different. Okay? You're going to compare and contrast the two things that you're showing. And just like on the other two, you should have at least 7 sentences, guys. 7 sentences. And your sentences need to have more than 3 words per sentence, okay? You guys are 5th graders now. We need to start stretching your writing, okay? So that's one thing that you're going to be doing in this next block of time. And the second thing goes with that mapping the heart activity that we did yesterday. Remember that graphic organizer that you guys made? You're going to now take some of those items that you put in that heart around the outside, and you're going to do what we call a flash draft. And it's your choice. You could choose any one of those things that was important to you that you put on your heart, and you're just going to write about it. It's just practice writing. It's nothing formal, okay? I'm not going to grade it, but you're just going to, if you have time after you finish this paragraph, you're just going to do a flash draft for like 10 minutes, just taking one of those topics and writing about it. If you finish that topic before the 10 minutes is up, choose another topic to write about, okay? So compare and contrast paragraph, your from or mapping the heart flash draft, and then iReady, friends. Keep working on iReady, okay? You can also work on math if you have math to finish up. But those are the next things that we're going to be doing between now and lunch. I am going to be logging off with you guys again here soon. You guys have done a great job sending me emails when you have questions. So you can do that. So let me go ahead and stop this real quick.